Once upon a time, in a dense forest far away, there lived a squirrel with the longest tail anyone had ever seen. Her name was Nutmeg. Nutmeg's tail was a marvel to behold, cascading down in a glorious display of fluffy elegance. Each strand of fur was as soft as the finest silk, shimmering with hues of chestnut, gold, and amber, just like the autumn leaves that danced in the breeze. As Nutmeg moved, her tail swayed gracefully, weaving intricate patterns in the air like a painter's brush on a canvas. Its fluffiness seemed almost ethereal, as if it were woven from threads of sunlight and dreams. It was said that the sight of Nutmeg's tail could brighten even the gloomiest of days, filling the hearts of all who beheld it with joy and wonder. Nutmeg and Hazel lived in a grand old tree, standing tall and proud amidst the forest canopy, like a guardian of the woods. Its trunk was broad and sturdy, adorned with intricate patterns of moss and lichen that told stories of ages past. The branches of the tree reached out in all directions, creating a sprawling cover of vibrant green leaves that rustled in the wind like whispers of ancient secrets. Hidden among the foliage were clusters of delicate blossoms, their petals painted in hues of pink, white, and lavender, filling the air with a sweet, intoxicating fragrance. At the base of the tree, the roots spread out like a web of gnarled fingers, burrowing deep into the earth for strength and nourishment. Around its trunk, a carpet of lush ferns and wildflowers flourished, creating a haven of life and color in the heart of the forest. Inside the tree, hollowed-out chambers formed cozy living spaces for Nutmeg and Hazel. Each room was adorned with treasures gathered from the forest, acorn caps turned into cups, woven baskets made from twigs and vines, and soft beds fashioned from moss and feathers. Sunlight filtered through the canopy above, casting dappled patterns of light and shadow that danced across the walls like playful fairies. And at night, the gentle glow of fireflies illuminated the tree with a soft, ethereal light, turning it into a magical oasis in the darkness of the forest. Their life together would have been enchanted had it not been for the fact that Hazel had always been jealous of Nutmeg's beautiful tail. Hazel, consumed by envy, forbade Nutmeg from leaving the tree. "Your tail is too precious to risk, my dear," she would say. But Nutmeg longed to explore the forest beyond their home. Nutmeg's days followed a predictable rhythm within the confines of her tree abode. As the morning sun filtered through the leaves, casting a warm glow upon her cozy chamber, Nutmeg would awaken from her slumber, stretching her limbs and fluffing her tail in preparation for the day ahead. With a yawn and a playful twirl, Nutmeg would scamper over to her makeshift dining area, where a stash of acorns and berries awaited her. She would nibble on her breakfast, savoring the earthy flavors of the forest's bounty before setting about her daily chores. First on Nutmeg's agenda was tidying her living space. With nimble paws and meticulous precision, she would arrange her belongings, acorn caps, twigs, and bits of moss, into neat piles ensuring that everything was just so. Nutmeg took great pride in her cozy nest, and she found solace in the simple act of tidying up. Once her chores were complete, Nutmeg would settle in by the window, gazing out at the world beyond with a wistful sigh. Although she longed to explore the forest and all its wonders, she knew that her stepmother's watchful eye kept her tethered to her tree. And so, Nutmeg contented herself with watching the comings and goings of the forest creatures, imagining herself among them. As the day wore on, Nutmeg would pass the time with various diversions, perhaps a game of hide and seek with a passing bird, or a lively conversation with a friendly chipmunk. She found joy in the simple pleasures of life, reveling in the beauty of the world around her, even from the confines of her tree. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the forest grew quiet, Nutmeg would curl up in her cozy nest, her fluffy tail wrapped snugly around her. With a gentle rustle of leaves and a soft sigh of contentment, Nutmeg would settle herself into a perfect ball, her fluffy tail wrapped protectively around her like a downy blanket. Each strand of fur seemed to embrace her in warmth, creating a cocoon of softness that shielded her from the chill of the night. Curled up in her tail, Nutmeg felt safe and secure, cocooned in a world of her own making. She would close her eyes, and with a contented sigh, she would drift off to sleep, dreaming of adventures yet to come, her breaths coming slow and steady as she drifted off into a peaceful slumber. And as she slept, her tail would twitch and flutter with the dreams of distant adventures, a silent guardian watching over her through the night. In the depths of her slumber, Nutmeg's dreams carried her far beyond the confines of her tree, whisking her away to distant lands where adventure awaited at every turn. She dreamed of soaring through the treetops, her tail trailing behind her like a banner of freedom, as she explored the vast expanse of the forest. Each rustle of leaves and chirp of birdsong filled her with a sense of exhilaration, her heart pounding with the thrill of discovery. In her dreams, Nutmeg encountered a myriad of creatures. Wise old owls with tales of ancient wisdom, mischievous raccoons with secrets to share, and gentle deer who guided her through the shadowy depths of the wood. But amidst the excitement of her adventures, Nutmeg's dreams always led her back to her tree, where Hazel awaited with a smile and a warm embrace. In these moments, Nutmeg felt a sense of peace and belonging, unlike anything she had ever known. And so, wrapped in the comforting embrace of her dreams, Nutmeg slept soundly through the night, her tail twitching with excitement as she journeyed through the realms of imagination, knowing that wherever her dreams may take her, she would always find her way back home. Through the dappled sunlight that filtered through the lush canopy of leaves, Nutmeg would sometimes catch glimpses of a familiar figure darting among the branches. It was Chestnut, the brave chipmunk whose visits always brought a flutter of excitement to Nutmeg's heart. At first he would appear as a fleeting blur of russet fur, his agile movements a blur of motion against the verdant backdrop of the forest. But as he drew closer, his features would become clearer, his bright eyes gleaming with mischief, his whiskers twitching with anticipation. Nutmeg would watch with bated breath as Chestnut scurried along the branches, his nimble feet barely making a sound as he navigated the intricate maze of the tree. Sometimes he would pause to nibble on an acorn or exchange a playful chirp with a passing bird, his presence a welcome sight amidst the quiet solitude of Nutmeg's world. And as quickly as he had appeared, Chestnut would vanish once more into the depths of the forest, leaving Nutmeg with a fluttering heart and a smile upon her lips. Though their encounters were brief, each sighting filled Nutmeg with a sense of joy and longing, reminding her of the bond they shared and the adventures that awaited beyond the confines of her tree. As the day drew to a close and the last rays of sunlight cast a golden hue upon the forest floor, Chestnut would find a cozy nook nestled amidst the foliage of a nearby tree. With careful precision, he would scamper up the sturdy branches, his agile movements guided by the light of the moon. Once he reached his chosen resting spot, Chestnut would settle himself into a comfortable position, his fluffy tail wrapped snugly around his body like a furry blanket. With a contented sigh, he would close his eyes, his breaths coming slow and steady as he drifted off into a peaceful slumber. Surrounded by the gentle rustle of leaves and the soothing symphony of nighttime sounds, Chestnut would surrender himself to the embrace of sleep, his dreams carrying him to distant realms where adventure awaited at every turn. And as he slept, his tail would twitch and flutter with the memories of the day's adventures, a silent testament to the joys of life in the forest and the bonds of friendship that bound him to Nutmeg and the other creatures of the woods. In the realm of dreams, Chestnut's imagination soared far beyond the boundaries of the forest, whisking him away to fantastical landscapes where anything was possible. He dreamed of racing through fields of tall grass, his tiny feet kicking up clouds of dust as he chased after elusive shadows and darting fireflies. The wind whispered secrets in his ears as he soared through the open sky, his heart pounding with the thrill of freedom. In his dreams, Chestnut encountered creatures of every shape and size, wise old owls who shared tales of ancient wisdom, playful foxes who danced beneath the moonlight, and majestic deer who guided him through enchanted forests filled with wonder and mystery. But amidst the excitement of his adventures, Chestnut's dreams always led him back to Nutmeg. In these moments, his heart swelled with warmth and affection, his dreams filled with visions of their joyful escapades and the deep bond they shared. And so, wrapped in the comforting embrace of his dreams, Chestnut slept soundly through the night, knowing that wherever his dreams may take him, Nutmeg would always be there by his side. One serene morning, bathed in the soft glow of dawn, Nutmeg and Chestnut sat side by side on the windowsill of Nutmeg's cozy tree abode. The forest around them was alive with the symphony of chirping birds and rustling leaves, a tranquil scene that belied the restlessness stirring within their hearts. In the quiet moments shared between them, Nutmeg and Chestnut exchanged glances filled with unspoken longing and determination. They knew that their destiny lay beyond the familiar confines of their tree, and a silent agreement passed between them, sealing their decision to embark on a new journey together. With a sense of purpose guiding their every movement, Nutmeg and Chestnut gathered their belongings, a few provisions, a blanket woven from strands of Nutmeg's luxuriant tail, and the memories of countless shared moments, and made their way to the threshold of their home. As they stood at the doorway, a surge of excitement coursed through their veins, mingled with a hint of trepidation at the unknown path that lay ahead. But in each other's eyes they found the courage and reassurance they needed to take the first step into the world beyond. Hand in hand, Nutmeg and Chestnut stepped out into the morning light, their hearts filled with a sense of freedom and possibility. With the rustling leaves as their witness and the whispers of the wind as their guide, they set forth on their journey, ready to explore the wonders of the world together, united in friendship and bound by the shared dream of endless adventure. Nutmeg and Chestnut, their hearts brimming with joy, scampered along the branches of the towering oak trees, their laughter ringing out like chimes in the breeze. With nimble feet and agile movements, they danced among the leaves, their tails trailing behind them in a whirl of russet and gold. As they frolicked through the treetops, Nutmeg and Chestnut felt the rush of freedom coursing through their veins. They leaped from branch to branch with effortless grace, their movements guided by instinct and the unspoken bond that united them. With each leap and bound, they discovered new wonders hidden amidst the foliage, secret hollows where birds nested, delicate flowers that bloomed in the dappled sunlight, and breathtaking vistas that stretched out as far as the eye could see. And as they danced among the treetops, Nutmeg and Chestnut found themselves caught up in a whirlwind of laughter and camaraderie, their spirits soaring high above the forest canopy. In that moment, they were united in their shared love for adventure and the boundless beauty of the natural world. The branches of the towering oak trees were a study in contrasts, their textures a tapestry woven from the elements of nature. From a distance they appeared rough and weathered, their surfaces etched with intricate patterns of bark and lichen. Up close, however, the branches revealed a surprising softness, their rough exteriors giving way to a velvety smoothness that invited touch. Beneath the calloused layers of bark, the wood was worn smooth by the passage of time and the caress of countless seasons. Running her paw along the surface of a branch, Nutmeg felt the gentle embrace of the oak, the texture warm and inviting beneath her touch. Each knot told a story of the tree's long and storied history, a testament to its resilience and strength through the years. And as Nutmeg and Chestnut frolicked among the branches, they reveled in the sensation of the wood beneath their feet, the texture a constant reminder of their connection to the forest and the earth itself. In that moment, they were not merely creatures of the treetops, but guardians of the natural world, bound together by the timeless rhythm of life and growth. In the heart of the forest, a symphony of scents danced upon the breeze, each one a harmonious note in the song of nature. The air was alive with the earthy fragrance of damp soil, mingling with the sweet perfume of wildflowers that bloomed in hidden clearings. As Nutmeg and Chestnut ventured deeper into the woods, they were enveloped by the rich aroma of pine needles and cedar, their resinous scent mingling with the crisp freshness of the morning dew. The scent of moss and ferns hung heavy in the air, filling their nostrils with the intoxicating aroma of greenery and growth. Above them, the canopy of leaves released a symphony of scents with every rustle of the wind. The spicy fragrance of oak leaves, the delicate perfume of maple blossoms, and the tangy scent of wild berries ripening in the sun. And as they wandered through the forest, Nutmeg and Chestnut encountered a myriad of other scents: the musky aroma of a passing deer, the pungent scent of mushrooms growing in the shadows, and the tantalizing fragrance of ripe fruit dangling from the branches above. Each scent carried with it a story of the forest's abundance and diversity, a testament to the interconnectedness of all living things. And as Nutmeg and Chestnut breathed in the fragrant tapestry of the forest, they felt a deep sense of gratitude for the beauty and wonder that surrounded them, knowing that they were truly home amidst the scents of the woods. In the heart of the forest, a symphony of sounds filled the air, weaving together to create a cacophony of life and movement. From the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze to the melodic chirping of birds in the treetops, every sound seemed to have a story to tell. The forest echoed with the trill of songbirds, their voices rising and falling in a harmonious chorus that seemed to dance upon the wind. Above them, the rhythmic tapping of woodpeckers echoed through the trees, punctuating the stillness with bursts of percussive energy. Beneath the canopy, the forest floor teemed with activity. The scurry of small creatures darting among the underbrush, the soft rustle of leaves as they brushed against one another, and the occasional snap of a twig underfoot. As Nutmeg and Chestnut made their way through the forest, they encountered a myriad of other sounds: the haunting call of an owl in the night, the distant howl of a wolf, and the gentle murmur of a babbling brook as it wound its way through the trees. Each sound added to the tapestry of the forest, a symphony of nature's voices blending together in perfect harmony. And as Nutmeg and Chestnut listened to the music of the woods, they felt a sense of peace and belonging wash over them as they fell asleep peacefully. Good night, little ones. Sleep tight.